Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your LolCow News Network. I'm your host, Anchorman Sam, and today we're going to be covering someone a little bit different. Today we're going to be covering Ian Foote. For those of you who don't know, Ian definitely has a little bit of a history, but today he wants to give us all a special message, and I think we all need to hear Ian out. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right on into the video and see what Ian has to say.
People used to trust me. People used to trust me. And it was very important to me that people trust me. It was very important to me that every time I parted ways from a relationship, I always parted ways with a handshake and it was a pleasure doing business with you. It was a pleasure knowing you. I am grateful for the relationship that I have had with you.
You know, just right off the bat, it's the narcissism that gets me. I mean, this is one of the big things that I've noticed about Ian. He will always sit there and talk about how, when I end this relationship for whatever reason. His big thing is relationships, and it kind of gives me Christian vibes because remember, Chris, he had his sign and everything, his attraction sign. I don't know what Ian's deal is with relationships. I mean, he's big on it, but to be fair, he also definitely shows a lot of signs that he is, without a doubt, a narcissist. And that's where a lot of Ian's downfall seems to come from. A lot of people have done something that, in his mind, takes that power. So because of that, they can never come around him again. They are just the worst person in the world. That's not how it works, Ian, but let's get back into seeing what he's got to say.
To make sure that you will be able to look back on your relationship with me and think that was a good relationship. You've had a lot of relationships in your life. You've worked with a lot of people. You've known a lot of people. You've had a lot of employees, a lot of bosses, a lot of spouses, a lot of girlfriends and boyfriends. A lot of friends have come and gone from your life. And some of them leave a bad taste in your mouth. But not me. That was important to me. And the fact that it was important to me caused it to manifest. I caused that to manifest because I prioritized it. My honor, my reputation. The fact that people, I understood people, was frank with them and honest with them. But treated them with respect. I never treated people with contempt. And I never left people I never left people hanging high and dry. I never did that. I always did what I said I was going to do. People trusted me. I had a long list of people that I could say, ask this person, ask that person, ask that person, ask that person. They know me. They can tell you. That was important to me. I was never one of the people that you pay me shit money so you get shit work from me. I never did that.
Yeah, I don't necessarily believe that. Ian definitely seems like the kind of guy that would go to a temp agency, get a job at a construction site, and hide out in the Porta-John all day. I mean,
I worked in call centers. I worked in a lot of call centers. I did a lot of sales jobs.
Could you imagine having to call your cell phone provider and Ian's the one that answers? Just be like, man, you know what? Hey, you're not really helping me. You know what? You're the worst customer. And then hang up on it. I feel like that's how that would probably go. Ian seems like the kind of guy that would get fired from a call center within his first week. I mean, let's face it, it's not that hard to get fired from a call center. It's not even that hard to get hired by a call center, but Ian seems like the kind of guy that could get fired within the first week.
When I worked in a call center, I was able to around and take the piss, go for a cigarette whenever I wanted, shit like that. But the reason why I was able to do that is because I was the top seller. I was always the top, the high performer, the highest performer. I carried all the low performers in the company and the boss on my shoulders, and they just let me do whatever the I wanted because I continued to perform. And the low performers looked at me like, that guy thinks he can just do whatever he wants, because we're not conscious of the reality of the fact that I was carrying them, and that if I stopped carrying them, then the company would fold, and they would all have to go home. The boss knew that.
Yeah, this really comes off as and then everybody started clapping kind of video. I don't believe any of what Ian's saying here. Am I the only one feeling that? Because it really does feel like he's just lying through his teeth, but that's what a lot of these cows do. They lie and lie. I am very sorry about that, everyone. I'm fighting a hiccup right now. But let's jump back into the video.
The boss knew that. The boss knew that. And he was smart enough to realize that if he started trying to whip me like he whips these losers that are sitting on my shoulders, that I'll leave. And he was smart enough not to interfere with me. Just let me run. And eventually, I got tired of that. I want to be paid commission. I want to be paid for results. I don't want the safety and security of...
Yeah, I don't think he actually got tired of anything. I think he got fired. And for that matter, if you're working a sales-based position, it is almost always going to be commission. So that right there really does say a lot about Ian. To me, it sounds like he is completely full of crap on that. Sounds like Ian's starting to get some wires crossed, and he's doing the famous LolCow move of lying through his teeth.
I want to be paid for the results that I generate, and not carry over to envious heads on my fucking shoulders and be allowed to take lots of cigarette breaks and come in late and leave early. That was my choice. That was done with intention. I saw my father make people around him feel small and complain, try to show off for the people above him.
That is exactly what Ian's doing. Also, for that matter, buddy, if you're working a call center, especially if it's for a major company and you're doing sales for your manager isn't going to be able to make the call if you can show up late whenever you want or leave early when you want, because eventually corporate is going to kind of figure out, hey, something's going on with this employee, and they're going to start coming down on that manager, and that manager is going to have to start coming down on you. So yeah, without a doubt in my mind, Ian's full of crap. I get it. Call center work, it's different, you know, it has a lot of different rules and everything. So there is a chance he could be working sales that aren't commission based, but I don't believe him in the slightest. He's like Cyrax. He just lies constantly. Maybe that's why he's wearing the sunglasses. Maybe he's got to tell like Cyrax where he closes his eyes because he's looking away from the camera. I mean, I personally already believe this is the love child of Tony Chase and Cyrax, but, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. I think he's lying through his teeth. What do you guys in the comments think? Let's jump back into the video.
Complain about everything all the time. He wasn't smart enough to stop fucking complaining and position himself in the way that I did. People used to... I used to have friends that were university educated, highly educated, deep dive into something. And I didn't have their domain knowledge. I didn't have their...
I mean, to me, it sounds like you don't have a lot of knowledge in a lot of areas, but he said used to have... What happened to those friends, Ian? Did they lightly inconvenience you and you decided, no, I don't want to talk to them ever again? Because that's probably what's happened is they've done something Ian didn't like, and he's like, no, go away.
Domain. But I was smarter than them. Significantly smarter than them. And they would talk to me about their problems. They'd have problems they were trying to solve, things that were stumping them. They'd be stumped for a while, and they'd be fucking complaining about it, and they'd talk to me. And I had this ability where I could ask them a question, and then ask them another question, and ask them another question, and ask them another question. And by asking the right questions, I could tap into their knowledge of their domain. I don't understand their domain, but I can use them like a search engine by asking them questions. And by the time I've taken this person who's stumped with a problem and asked them 20 questions, they're really excited because they know what to do next. That I just helped them see that they always had the knowledge necessary to solve the problem. By asking careful questions, I helped them put the pieces together, and they'd be grateful and excited and scurry off to move forward with the project, because I just helped them get past their bottleneck, the thing that was stumping them.
Yeah, see, this is all pretty hard to believe. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, oh man, if I just sit here and ask certain questions, eventually I can get to the root of that's basic. It's just basic tech support. I mean, throw in Google with it and you'll find the answer to your problem. Again, Ian, he's like Cyrax, and he loves to lie. He likes to try to make himself seem way better than he really is. I don't believe any of what Ian was saying there, especially if these people are as smart as he's saying. I don't know. I got nothing on this one, everyone.
I really enjoyed that. That was something that I found rewarding. Not enough showing everybody how smart I am sense, but this is just like me and a person having a dialogue, and I ask them 20 questions. They're like PhD educated people, and I'm just some guy that took an 8-month college course so he could get his foot in the door and break into the industry and show them what he's got. But I asked them 20 questions, and now they're able to move past their bottlenecks, they're able to move past their problems. That was always my gift. That was my gift. The fact that I was so good at sales, and I specialized in information technology, and I bounced from industry to industry to industry, and I did lots of different odd jobs when I was young. I did sales jobs and farming jobs.
I feel like a lot of the reason he hopped jobs a lot is because he either got fired a lot, or he also just looks like someone that would go to jail, lose their job, and then go get a different job. Never judge a book by its cover unless it's a LolCow, then judge it all you want, because that's what I'm kind of feeling here. It sounds to me like he was getting let go quite often.
Fucking military. That was my gift. And they just, when they convinced people that I was untrustworthy, and convinced people that I was manipulative, and told people to close themselves to me, to hold their frame, to wall me out. Don't let him understand you. He'll use you or manipulate you. They just annihilated me when they did that to me. Like, just... Get a job. Get a job.
I severely doubt that he worked with the military. He doesn't look like the kind of person that they would want to sit here and work with. But again, I could very well be wrong. I severely doubt that I'm wrong, but I could be. Look, everyone, I know this video was a bit shorter than normal, and I do apologize for that. I am working on getting back onto the normal upload schedule again. But, if you guys did like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification, share the video around. That all really helps out the channel. As well, go ahead and sign up for my members program. Same deal, it helps out the channel quite a bit and gives you access to stuff a little bit early. But anyway, guys, this is Sam signing off.